Hi, it's Angela here, and I'm back again for another menopause Q&A. And today I'm talking all about change. So in the last few videos, we've been really focusing on the physical things that happen to our body as we move through menopause. The next series, I'm going to talk a little bit more about the emotional, the spiritual, the philosophical, and whatever other curls I can come up with. But it all about change. And in the past, menopause has been referred to as the change. Now, women are going through the change. Now, I'm not sure if that was meant to be a positive term or a negative one, but it does really describe what is happening to women as they move through this stage of life. Menopause is a time of change, and that change can either be transformative or it can be a time of struggle. But ultimately, the choice is yours. It's up to you how you see this stage of life. Now, there's said to be 4 different stages of change. We have denial, resistance, exploration, and acceptance. And I speak to women who are in all different stages of change, particularly when it comes to menopause. I tend to work more with those women who are in the exploration change, women who are ready to explore what else is possible for them. But I just quickly want to go through what each of these different stages are and a brief description of the woman I believe is in this stage of life. Now, this is just my belief systems and what I see, and it's not a judgment in any way. So we have stage 1, denial. So this is the woman, and often she is in her late 30s, and she doesn't even want to think about menopause because she thinks she is too young to go through menopause, that it's too far in the future, and menopause is for old women. Unfortunately, it's not necessarily true that she's too young to go through menopause, because women do go through menopause at earlier stages. A lot of women these days are going through menopause in their early 40s, sometimes even earlier. So I believe it's important that women understand what menopause is all about. So we have the denial, stick my head in the sand, don't think about it, it won't ever happen to me. Sorry, it will. If you have a period, you will go through menopause. That's just a given. So denying it won't get you very far. Then we have resistance, and this is the woman who is fighting the changes that are happening in her body. And she'll often will be seeking out assistance, medical assistance, just to get rid of the symptoms, or she can have a very negative view and think her body is broken, and is very negative about everything that is happening and feels like this is the worst time of her life. Now, I'm a member of several different Facebook groups, and I meet these women in these groups all of the time. They are, there's just so much negativity, and actually I have to say I've actually withdrawn from a lot of these groups because the energy tends to pull me down. And whenever you kind of make suggestions that maybe they explore different things, you kind of get shut down and just get told, well, you could just take HRT and that fixes everything. Unfortunately, it doesn't. And for some women, they can't take HRT. So this is kind of the women who are in resistance. They actually are resisting the changes that are happening to their body. Then the next stage, and this is the woman I really love to work with. She's searching for answers. And she really wants to understand what is happening, understand the underlying cause. She just really wants a little bit more information. She knows that there's no quick fix. And sometimes she may decide to do the HRT or some other pharmaceutical solution, but she does that fully understanding what the impact those drugs will have on her body. She's made a conscious choice, and she's still looking for what else can support her. As I said, I love working with these women, and these are the women, they're not necessarily on HRT. Most of them aren't, that are working with me, but these are the women that make up the majority of my client base, the women in my Embrace program, the women that I work with one-on-one. So I love working with them to guide them to discovering what is possible for them, what works best for them, and giving them the tools and the information that they can use to make the decisions that will work for them in their life. And then the next stage is acceptance. Now, this is a beautiful place to be fully accepting of the next stage of your life. Women in this stage are the wise women of our society. They are our role models who will show us what is possible. Interestingly enough, these women experience very few symptoms associated with menopause because they're so in love with their life and their body, and they're not causing a lot of stress in their life and their body. So without the stress, they're able to transition through this stage of life with relative ease. So I'm asking you, what stage of life do you think you are in? Are you in denial? Are you in resistance, exploration, or are you one of our wise women, our women who've accepted that this is the beginning of the next stage of your life? And if you are, congratulations. So where do you think you are right now? And just before I go, I just really want to talk a little bit about change. We've got change and we're going through change, and menopause is all about change. So where did all this negative feeling around change happen when it comes to menopause? Why is it women are so resistant to change at this stage of life? You know, when we look at it, as women, we've experienced change all the way through our reproductive life. When you went through puberty, your body and your hormones changed. Every single month as you went through your monthly cycle, your body and hormones changed. When you fell pregnant, your body and hormones changed. When you gave birth, your body and hormones and your life and your sleep and everything else changed. So why is it that when we get to this next stage of life, when we get to menopause and our body and our hormones change, that we have such resistance to it? Is it just because of our belief systems around aging and what menopause means? That menopause somehow means that you are old and you have no value? Because it's the resistance to this change that causes the stress, and the stress is what causes the symptoms like hot flushes, weight gain, joint pain, and all of that that's going on. So if we accept what's going on, we move through, we explore what's possible, then you'll find that the symptoms start to go away. And you don't just have to ask me, you ask women who have accepted this stage of life, and ask them, what is their life like? What type of symptoms do they have? And there are women out there that will tell you that they experienced no symptoms. In fact, this morning I had a message from a friend of mine who was just asking me a couple of questions, and she said, well, it's nearly 12 months since I had my last period. Am I in menopause? And I said, well, yeah, they say that once you've got to 12 months without a period, you are now in menopause. And she came back and she said, well, when do the symptoms start? I suppose I will start to feel it once I, get to that stage. And I mean, I think that the date is sometimes, in 6 weeks' time or something, she's 12 months without a period. And my answer to that is, no, it's actually quite normal not to experience any symptoms. But we've been our culture has told us that this has to be hard, and it doesn't have to be hard. It's not normal to be experiencing all of these symptoms. It is common, but it's not normal. And so I invite you to move quickly through the stages and get up to the third stage at least, a stage of where you explore what is possible for you. Have an open mind and an open heart and try different things. Fall in love with the marvelous way your body communicates to you, and listen to the messages that your body has for you, because your body has actually got messages for you. It's through its symptoms, it's telling you what it needs and what it wants. And I'll do a little bit more on that in an upcoming video. So if you're ready to explore what's possible, if you're ready to really create something that you want in your life, you want to create a life that you've designed, not just go along for the ride fight it and struggle or be resistant. Put yourself in control. Explore the possibilities. Then I invite you to join the Embrace program, which is a 12-week program which will be kicking off very shortly. It's open for registration right now. We kick off on the 1st of July, and it's been created to guide women through creating the vision for their life and then putting an action plan in place to make that happen. It's a health and lifestyle program, which is a combination of personal coaching calls and group support coaching calls. The entire program is created around what you want to create in your life. Everything is personalized to you, but you get the support of the group to bring that to life. So if you're interested in learning a little bit more about that, I invite you to visit the page, which is bit.ly, so bit.ly/embrace, EMBRACE _online, ONLINE, bit.ly/embrace _online, all in small letters. Go over there and you'll learn more about what this program is. And as I said, the doors close on the 30th of June, or when I get 12 women into the program, whichever happens first, and then we will kick off on the 1st of July. So if you're ready to create something different, if you're ready to have the best health, the best relationships, the best energy, everything, then the Embrace program is for you. So that's it from me, and we're back very shortly with another video to explore more about what menopause is all about. And in the next video, I'll probably talk a little bit more about how your body speaks to you and how you can hear the messages from your body. So that's it from me, from my heart to yours. Infinite love and gratitude. Bye for now.